Hello, and welcome to another edition of Play with the D. It is I, the D, and we are, of course, watching these realms. And I've got something brand new in store for you that I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future. And that's a beautiful new segment on the channel called Is That Bait?
We're going to go fishing with probably one of the best baits that isn't worms.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, lords and ladies of Taya. It's a topic that's come up on the channel many times, and it's a topic that's going to come up on the channel many times again. Perpetual cycle of bait questioning. A mass debate, if you will, on what is bait. Is that banner bait? Is this banner bait? Are 1+1 banners bait? Yes! They absolutely are, 100%. Resources, as I've stated, their accumulation rates are slowing down. By design. As a result of that, some terrible things have been coming up in the form of repeat banners. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. 100% bait. 100% bait. You want to ask the question? The question that's on your mind, because I know it is, 100% without a shadow of a doubt, is this banner bait? You know how I know? It's already happened. The banner's already showed up. It's already come across the table. Came in. We negotiated. I got Constance out of the deal. Didn't get Alora. Don't care enough about her to get through Gear Raid 3 to pull for her. Don't care enough about Constance to pull for an A1. Not touching it. Not touching it. If you take a look at the leaks, there's some juicy steak. Some nice meat coming along. It's going to be served up. And Adam Smasher would be down. Yeah. Hot Suit and Artemis. That's a fire banner. But is this one bait? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time bait. Oh, super bait. Retro bait. Repro bait. I don't know. Bait. Lots of it. Lots of bait. I mean, Theoin, again. How does this hero keep popping up on banners? Yeah, as a result of that, what I'm going to do for every banner in the future and event that requires summoning is, instead of asking should you summon or not, I'm going to analyze whether or not it's bait. And the analysis may be deep. It may not be deep. It may be as surface level as the fact that it's a repeat banner. It could be a little bit different. Could be presented a little bit differently in the terms of, I think the Elowen banner from a little while ago. I think that was bait. If you don't mind my saying. I said it back then, so I don't mind saying it. I don't like having to do this, but I'm going to do it because I do like doing it a lot. I like pointing out hypocrisy. I'm a big fan of it, even when it's my own. I'm a hypocrite. I've done hypocritical things. Like, hell, the past two 1+1s, very hypocritical actions of myself. You know, the one, they gave me my creator rewards, and I was like, you know what? I've got quite a bit of diamonds here. I'm not going to use them all. And what did I do? I went and used 10,000 diamonds. As they wanted. What happened last time with 1+1? Well, I miscounted. Not the only one. Thankfully. It happens to the best of us. Shout out to those of us who failed. But, you know, it's by design. The 1+1 is 1 plus 100% bait. It's 101% bait. Shout out to DC 101 Elliot in the morning. Gwendolyn, bait. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the next guaranteed summon is bait. Just so that I can go back and be like, hey, look. That's bait.
That's bait.
But I think it's going to be a great segment on the show. I think it's going to be a good addition to the channel. Got some ideas for the lore. The Lust video has been very popular. It's been well received, but that's, of course, because sex sells. And we all know that. However, the lore is still the sizzle that I like to put on the table via the fajitas that I'm serving up to you. So I will have a few more of those. Perhaps I will take a look at Constance and Allura, their lore, see what's in store for that. But overall, I want to do this little series every now and again. Instead of a should you summon, we're going to do is that bait?
Okay, so you just bought a whole box of new fishing lures, but how do you know when and where to use each of them? That's our focus for today. Let's look at some different kinds of lures and when you should use each one.
We're going to check our tackle box every now and again and make sure that we've got the right kind of bait for the summon that's upon us, okay? You know, if it is bait, we're going to toss it out there and just let it sit and ignore it. And then once the good stuff comes in, we're going to reel that fish on in, baby.
I mean, heck, it's been a while since I've even wet a line, and even longer since I felt a tug on the line.
And looks like that's going to be Hatsuit and Artemis. And, you know, I don't know how a lot of you feel about the leaks. I'm kind of on the fence about them. I would prefer not to know, but in some cases I would prefer to know because there's a lot of shit in the pipeline, evidently, that needs to be flushed out before anything good comes. But it doesn't take, you know, much logic to see 2 repeat banners in a row and say, yeah, I don't need to spend my summons. That's not a very hard decision to make, especially when you have heroes on the banner already in your roster. And again, I understand that this is a game where duplicate heroes are, you know, part of the game. I get that. I have understood it from the beginning. It just sucks because honestly, this batch, they really weren't worth pulling on then. Constance's design, I never liked it from the beginning. There's just something about it I'm not a fan of. And I love paladins. I love female paladins. I played a female blood elf paladin in Rogue. Did you guys ever play Rogue, the hit MMORPG by Blizzard Entertainment? What I meant to say was World of Warcraft. A friend of mine played a rogue. I never touched the class. I hated it. But I played a blood elf paladin. Happened to be female. I actually got, I don't know if you guys remember, before 3D printing was a really big thing, people were getting resin statues of their characters. I actually had one for a time and disposed of it because of the relationship that it came out of. And that's a story for a different day. But I did play that game for a while, and I'm very familiar with what Paladin gear would look like, and I'm just not impressed with Constance's design, and I think a lot of it has to do with the goofy-ass helmet hat thing that they gave her, and if she didn't have that, I think she'd probably be a great hero. Should you pull for her? No. I think it goes without saying that at this point you save everything for Hatsuit, just because, A, number one, strongest marksman in the game, number one rarest hero in the game virtually, that's worth a shit. Just all around number one reason to pull, because unlike the Elowen banner where there was only one good hero, or unlike the guaranteed hero Gwendolyn where there's virtually nothing else that's coming along with it. It's just shit. It's a great banner. It's probably the best banner that's going to hit the game to date, because you've got two of the absolute best marksmen in the game on the same banner. So unless you hit off banner by some stroke of the worst luck possible, you should be getting one of the two best marksmen that you could possibly have. Artemis has only gone through a little bit of testing because that hero is not widely available. I don't even know a lot about him myself. But from what I have heard, I've heard nothing but good things, and I would be completely happy to have them on my roster. So the next few weeks are going to be filled with a lot of bait. 100%. There might even be something really good that they sneak in before the Hatsuit banner, but it is coming in March, and March starts tomorrow or today, literally by the time this is uploaded. So that could literally be within the next 3 weeks. It will be within the next 3 weeks. What a statement. Throw that blanket over that generalization much, D? All right. So, as always, we love seeing you around here. Thanks for coming on in and stopping by and chatting. And, you know, we're going to answer the question from time and time again. Is that bait? And this very first banner with Constance and Allura, knowing what's around the corner. Yep. She's bait. Pull on it if you want. You'll only be pleasing yourself. So who loses? Not me, because I'm not pulling, so I'm saving everything I got for the next go round. That's right. So, as always, make sure you have a good day, a good evening, a good... make sure that you like and subscribe, and leave a comment or two, and then maybe do the thing that you do.
But I've been getting a lot of DMs lately of people asking, Tyler, there are so many types of lures in the world. How do I fish them? When do I select which ones to use? And of course, how do I catch more bass? Let's talk about it.